Oop. Oop. Oh wait, I screwed up. I love this anime. Oh wait, I screwed up. Yes, this anime was quite good. I like the I love this anime. Oh wait. I mean like the you know the humor behind it. It was like pretty comic, but at the same time it was also a romantic comedy, so I don't know. It made me laugh a lot. Every time Rika got like hit by what's the name of this guy? Yuta. Yeah, so every time that happened, that made me laugh a lot. Uh, Wait, let me fix my chat. Up, 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 up. Chat. Up. Ah, there we go. Hello guys, what's up? The Real Baboon Tunes. What's up, Emmet? What's your favorite anime? My favorite anime is Sword Art Online. Yes. Don't kill me, guys. Okay, guys. So today we're gonna be doing a tab live on stream. The first part of a tab, which I consider it's the intro, the verse, the pre-chorus, and the chorus. And sometimes, if the song has it, we are gonna do the interlude as well. But just keep in mind that sometimes the song doesn't have an interlude. So yeah, we're gonna be doing like that first part of the song, and then I'm gonna continue it off stream. But like the thing is that I'm gonna do it like this because some of you are like wondering how I make tabs or how I prepare for my videos. So that's why I like to do these streams on Mondays, so some of you guys can come and see how does the whole process begin. All right. So let's go. Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna start sharing my screen. There we go. Okay. Yeah, okay, so first of all, I'm gonna go ahead and open Audacity. Before I start the stream, I downloaded the track. I just use a free software online. Anything that I can like download songs, it's useful. So I'm just gonna go ahead and import the song here in Audacity. This is the full version. Alright, there we go. We have the track here. Then the next step, we're gonna just select this track and we're gonna copy and paste it, alright? So we have two of the same track. Alright? Okay, now that we have two tracks, we're gonna go ahead and mute the first one. Alright? And then this one, the second one, we're gonna modify it in a way so we can hear the bass quite more clearly, you know? Because sometimes the bass in the songs are not like you know, very well recorded. So sometimes it gets confused a lot with the guitars or whatever. So we're gonna prep this track. So if the song doesn't have like a quite nice and audible bass line, we can hear it a little bit better. So we click on the track, and then we're gonna go to the effects menu, and then we're gonna go and click on Graph AQ. All right. If you know about audio stuff, you can do it by yourself manually here. But there's also another like option here, which is a preset option, where you don't need to to mess up with these setups. Just go ahead and click on presets, and then treble cut. All right. So for treble cut, what we're gonna do is that we're gonna take out a little bit of the guitars, a little bit of the voice, and a little bit of the drums. Okay. So we select treble cut and then we hit apply. All right, and that's just that. Then we're gonna go to effects again. Then we're gonna click on change tone. All right. So if you're new to Audacity, you're gonna find this value in 0. All right. You're just gonna go ahead and click on 100. Okay. So what this is gonna do is that this is gonna take the song in their like original tone and take it all the way to the next tone, right? Like to a whole octave, which is like an upper octave. So for example, if we have the song in the fuck. So for example, anything that goes like between 0 and 100, it's gonna take like the same notes to the octave higher. For example, if we're taking this note, this G note, maybe the original song has the G note here. So we're gonna go and listen it here. So as you can see, it's the same note, but the thing is that we're gonna hear it here. So it's like easier for us to hear it, because if we take those notes here, like those notes here are like quite difficult to distinguish among them. So that's why you're gonna do this, right? So it's easier to hear them right here. So that's the reason why we're doing this. This is gonna make the song sound a little bit like weird, because of course it's gonna be taking the whole thing to a higher pitch. So that's why we're gonna hear the song a little bit weird. But trust me, this helps a lot when making a bass tab, because like sometimes, as I said, like the song doesn't record the bass very well. So that's why this is like a very useful tip I can give you guys. So let's go ahead and hear the song, if everything is alright. Alright. So as you can see, like the song is like pretty high pitch. But the thing is that you can hear the bass very clearly, so that's why we're doing this, right? So that's for it now. We go ahead and then we're gonna go and open Musescore. Okay, so this is the two programs I use for making a tab. With Audacity, as you can see, I import the track, I edit it, I copy, I paste the track, I edit it a little bit. I just try to make it loud, so like the bass is very well, the thing is that if you don't do this with your tracks, with your original tracks, it's gonna take you some time to take like the right notes. Before I knew about this trick, I tried to hear the bass like with the original song, and like you can hear that sometimes or something. Like it gets like, I mean, we're talking about bass, right? We're like the support instrument behind all the band, so of course we're gonna be behind everyone else. Well, like in order to do a tab and in order to do a tab like precisely, I need to hear the bass very well. So that's why I always recommend you do this little trick. All right. So we're gonna go ahead, open Musescore. We're gonna click on a new project. Oh shit, I didn't click. All right. So the song is called Sparkling Daydream. It's the opening for Chuunibyou demo. Oiga. Die. The artist is ZAQ, I believe. And then here I just put the name of name of the brand. Okay, we select electric bass. And okay, we go ahead and just click accept. Alright, so first of all, I like to select the only page view. That's why, because sometimes we're gonna be doing like well, I mean, not in the stream, but like when I do like the whole tab, I like to see the whole tab like it is, and not having like multiple pages in one view. It's quite annoying, so that's why I do it like this. Hey, what's up, Nian? I see you. All right, so then we go ahead and we're gonna add some more bars at the end. I always go with 150. That's like a standard number for me. If I need more, I just add more. But like I just like this number because sometimes I always end up like here, right? So yeah, it's quite nice. And like don't try to just add like from 10 to 10 bars, right? Because you're gonna be adding a lot of. You're gonna do that a lot of times, so it's better to just add a big number, right? And then just delete the rest of the empty bars. All right, so then we go ahead and go ZAQ text here. I like to put 2. Okay, so the first one is gonna be for the tuning. I don't know about this song, but I'm gonna go ahead and assume it's on standard tuning. And then this is called the intro. Yeah, I don't think this song is in another tuning, so I don't know. Okay, so we have the texts, and then before we start, we are just gonna add some tempo. Okay, so in order to know a tempo of a song, you can just Google it, like sparkling Dyadream BPM. So 175, 175. Okay, so like multiple pages are like in this same number, 175. Okay, so let's just go ahead and add the add this. Just keep in mind that sometimes, of course, internet doesn't tell the truth. Of course, we're gonna be checking if this number is alright. Of course, sometimes also they add like a slower tempo for like I mean, they take the loop of the tempo like very very slow, like 1 2 3 4, instead of 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. So sometimes it's not like it's wrong tempo, but it's not just like the tempo we need. All right, we need like the when you see a number below 100, multiply it by 2. Right, double it, because sometimes they are taking like a very very slow tempo, which is alright, but like for this scenario where we're gonna make a tab, we want the number above 100, like 80% of the time. Alright, just because it's easier to work with this tempo than with the other tempo. Alright, so we have everything set up. Then we're just gonna go ahead and start a tab. Okay, let's see. There's 2 bars. Yeah. And actually, I think it doesn't start like at the... It doesn't start here. I think it starts here. Right before the first click of the next bar. I think it starts here. Yeah, so like for this song, I think they take this like I mean, the structure is like it starts before, then the next one is normal, and then before it changes to the next one, it also takes like this in account. So for the next note, let me see which is. Oh, it's actually that note. So he's playing the octaves. So he starts here and then he leaves like a little bit of space here. So as you can see, like he starts before, like da 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 na 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 da na 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 na, and then doo doo. The next one. And then it changes again with like a very fast change. Okay, he goes down. So it's right. Okay, so after this one, do. So it changes here. So as you can see how like the pattern is. Okay. So here as well, there's like a small space. Didn't mean to put a lot of I think there's like a little bit of something there. I'm not sure. There's some change, a little change there. So it goes up here, like there's something before that. Something like that. Yeah. So it's two. After this one, he does this. Four, three. Six. Hey, yeah. Things like that. And I think there's also here a change. Okay, yeah, so okay here as well. Before starting the first click, it goes down. Yeah. So as you can see, like I say this a lot in my making a tab videos. They like to use this resource a lot, which is the octaves resource, just because it's like very easy to use, and like it adds a lot to the basslines. All right. So for example, let's say we're not using this resource and we're gonna play a bassline for this song. We're probably gonna do something like this. Right, so like a basic bassline, basic riff, just 4 notes. Right. Hey, what's up, Bame? Oh, by the way, I love key on tabs. Well, this is not key on tab, but thank you. So as you can see, like just by adding the octaves, and it's not just like octaves. He also makes like this riff. Oh wait, I just realized you're probably hearing my bass very quietly. Oh. Should be on. Oh, I think I have it disconnected. Wait, guys. Oh. Yeah, sorry about that. I didn't realize it was not plugged in. So yeah, I was saying like they instead of taking this riff, right? This easier riff. They go with the octaves. Right? So yeah, like that's always something I will be mentioning every time I encounter this situation, right? So let's move on. So here as well, there's like a small space, and then he starts playing again. And then this one actually lasts a little bit longer. I'm gonna go ahead and add to, yeah, like this, and I think it changes at the end. The last one is 2 here. So yeah, like look at the pattern he's taking, right? So see, he starts here before the first click, before the first click, before the first click, for the first click, and before the first click. So yeah, like this is also like quite common in these songs because you know the best and the easiest way to make a song doesn't sound like you know, like very rigid, or I don't know any other word, like a square song, you know, in order to give it like a little bit of you know, of I don't know, Yeah, like there was like these spaces who said like the best bass lines are where you put notes where they are not supposed to go. All right. So for example, like 90% of bass lines of pop and rock music, you will have something like this. Very, very square things, right? So for example, this is an example. Just right. So some basses will go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So like they take just 4 notes and they play them with the beat, and they don't even like go ahead and try something else. They just like to have these very backup bass lines, right? So that's something I really enjoy about any songs about, and also like any Japanese music, is that there's like a lot of creativity between these among these bass lines. And it's just like you might think like, okay, yeah, Japanese people are like extremely talented or skillful or whatever, but like the reality is that just by employing like little bit like a little bit of theory and some other resources, you can create like very, very great bass lines, and like in no time, right? So yeah, like just keep that in mind, that that's why a lot of funny songs have like cool bass lines, and it's because they like to think out of the box. They don't go with like what's being played for like I don't know how many years, yeah, they like to go like and have like a little bit more of creativity while doing their bass lines. Okay. So here, actually, he doesn't leave any space at all. Doo-doo. Doo-doo. Oh. Things like that. Mm. There's one more here, I think. I'm gonna try to play it. Oh, since the beginning. Okay, yeah. There's like a small slide at the end. I think it's these notes, but I don't know why it's very, very quiet. Like I said, like also this song, like if you hear the song, it sounds like very, very old. Let me see actually how old it is. I don't know, but I get this feeling it's quite very old. What's that? 13? Really? Wow. Well, considering. But yeah, like I don't know why sometimes this kind of songs doesn't have like a very nice and like a loud bass. So that's why I don't know why this. I know there's a slide. And I know this note, but since it's a slide, I'm gonna put it right here. like this. Yeah, something like that. It's kind of weird. I don't know why there's like a. I don't know. Like it starts before this note, but like I don't know how there's like two basses at the same time. I mean, I can put it after, but like I don't know. Like maybe before. Like this. I think it's like that. Then we're gonna look for a slide here. Wait. I see. I think I know what's happening here, guys. Actually, I believe. Wait, let me see. Okay. Yeah, I think I know what's the problem here. I think what we're actually tabbing, it's not the bass. It's a keyboard. You know, a keyboard with like a very bassy effect, right? So that's why there's like a soft bass behind this all, and that's why I heard at the end here. Like, can you hear the difference between the tone, right? So that's quite interesting. I don't know. Hola, llegué. Hola, ¿cómo estás? 40. That's very, very interesting. This also has happened before. I know, for example, this song I know a lot of you guys may know it. It's Billie Jean by Michael Jackson. So when you hear the bass line, so that's actually keyboard, right? I was shocked too when I realized it wasn't bass. So yeah, it was made on a keyboard. That song actually doesn't have bass. So something similar is happening here. What we're hearing, like as a bass, is not a bass, it's a keyboard. And there's like something going on in the background. Like it's very, very quiet. I can't even distinguish it very well. Okay, okay, so I think I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to make it like a little bit. I don't know what I'm gonna do here. I think I'm gonna go since I mean like what we were hearing, and I thought it was the bass as well when I heard the song multiple times. I'm gonna try to combine a little bit of the keyboard that sounds like a bass and the actual bass. So like we have like a nice thing to it, because like if you can hear the reason why it sounds like very low at the very end, it's because the keyboard part ends here. Tene, tene. And that's what like I tapped before, right? That's like the my original thought of the bass. But like and here is as well when where the bass enters. Everything that sounds there, it's bass. That's the actual bass. So instead of trying to figure out what the bass is playing in these notes, I think it's better to leave it like the keyboard bassy parts right here, and then instead of just being quiet here because we're playing as the keyboard bassist, let's just go ahead and tap what's the actual bassist doing, right? So we have like a mix of the keyboard with a bass effect and the actual bass. All right, I think it's gonna be pretty interesting to do. So let's see. Okay. So it's the same note actually where the bass makes the slide. And the next one is I can see it's the same pattern. So you place the note before the last click, alright? I think it's a tree. Okay, so this one starts right at the very first click. And the next one, I'm assuming it's over here as well. So let's just find the note. So it goes back. Sorry, fourth. It goes to the sixth, to the fifth fret. Sorry. He goes very high there. Something like that, I think. I think those notes are there. See? So 5, 11, 9. Long notes. Of course, there's a slide between the 5th and the 11th fret. So it's like that. All right. It goes to the 11th fret. Bam. It goes back 1. Dun, dun, dun. I think there's a slide here. This is the last note, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so that what just entered there was the keyboard, right? So the keyboard is playing this, and then he stops here, and then he enters like somewhere around here, all right? But like you can hear the difference, right? That's the keyboard with a bass effect, and like the very, very low thing you hear at the back, it's the actual bass. So I think it's gonna be pretty it's gonna be like way more fun to play while also like the keyboard plays, but like he's playing the octave stuff. And I think the bass is like playing the root notes. Right? So, and of course it also sounds like a bass, so I'm pretty sure like the guy who requested this song was thinking about that when playing the when requesting a bass tab. So I'm gonna tap that, what the keyboard is doing. Yeah, as you can see, the keyboard is like do 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 do, and the bassist starts like a little bit before he ends, playing like something like that. I don't know. Yes, the bassist, I think he's repeating this, and the keyboard is like playing tana, pa pa pa, pa pa pa, something like that. Yeah, like it's gonna be quite difficult to figure out which instrument is playing what, you know. But okay, let's try to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, I found that pretty quickly. I think there's a small space there. Da, na, na. Yes. So now the question is, do we proceed with the keyboard part, or do we proceed with the bass part? Yeah, like the bass is doing this. So I think like here in this song, the bass particularly is taking like a very support role. And what we think about bass in this song is actually the keyboard part. So I'm not quite sure what to tap. Like, what do you guys think? I think it's because like I always try to stick as best as I can to the original song. But like in this case, in this particular case, I think of making this, like I said, like this mix of a little bit of the keyboard and a little bit of the bass. I don't really know what's gonna be like the best thing to go here. I don't know, because sometimes like I said, I think the bass here starts like around here before the keyboard finishes the shifts. So that's why sometimes it's like a little bit weird the tempo. It's because the bass is playing things at the same time as the keyboard sometimes. So it sounds weird. Yeah, so like for example, at this last note here is where the bass starts playing. And then this note is the first one for the bass. So I'm getting a little bit confused here. Like I don't know what to do. Just make it fun to play. Yeah, like that's what I'm actually thinking. Like just for this particular case, I think it's better to make a tab. Cause like let's hear to the original song. So that riff. So that's very fun to do in the bass, right? And then if you hear the intro, I mean like this sounds more like a keyboard than the actual intro. That keyboard effect, actually, I believe is almost the same one as Billie Jean. Because also Billie Jean has like this very smooth and low effect that makes it sound a lot like a bass. And then here he uses like a different effect. Yeah, like I can actually tell that this is now the keyboard, right? Yeah, so like the bass is doing this. But I think it's in this part it's more interesting what the keyboard is doing. It's like he's playing like tada, taka taka, something like that. Okay, so I mean, like I don't know. I mean, like this part is what the bassist is doing. So he's repeating this 2 times. Just the thing is, before he goes and plays this, he's playing it like here. So he's playing this 4, 3, 5, and then he plays like 2, 2, and then he plays this the same time 2 more times. Dun, 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 dun. So I'm like a little tempted to actually that what the keyboard is doing, just to make it a little bit different, right? This stuff. I don't know. I'm getting like a little bit of not confused, but like I now know there's a keyboard with a bass effect and there's a bass. All right. Well, I don't know. This is the first time I have to decide to actually what to tap, right? Mm. Hello, hey, what's up, Shirataki? Welcome. We're having some troubles here. So he plays like a here. Do 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 do. Dun. Ta ta ta. I mean, he's actually playing the same thing as the bass, but like in a different pattern, if you will. Ta. I still believe it's like a little bit more interesting than this is a 4 than the actual bass. Ta. Then he plays, yeah, like they're playing the same notes, as you can see, like with different pattern. I don't know, like is there like a live version I can? I don't think so, right? Yeah, like Sparkling Daydream Live. Let's see if there's actually instruments here. No. Oh yeah, there it is, actually. Yeah, there you can hear the bass played what I just tapped, right? My god. I mean, like, this is actually a live version, so I'm gonna try to stick with this version, actually, right? That's bass, yeah. Wow. Yeah, fuck it. I'm actually gonna download this version. I mean, why not, right? Yeah, cause like I can see, like when they record a song, I have been there. I have been here as well. Like when you record a song, there's like a lot of post processing after you record a song. So there's always like okay, we can add like a little keyboard here, like a little something here, something there. You know, like for example, when I recorded a song for my band, we don't have a keyboard player, but in the actual song there's like a small part where there's a keyboard, just because we felt like it. So I'm assuming here is like the same thing as well. Like they thought there was like a very great chance to put like a keyboard and it would sound very very well. But like they decided to put it with like a very bassy effect. So that's why we have this. Yeah, so that's why I think. Yeah, so that's why that's like the mixed audio, and that's why the bass plays on top of the keyboard, and sometimes the keyboard on top of the bass. It's just because they added the keyboard after the bass. All right, so I'm gonna go and download the live version. I'm gonna try to guide myself using the live version. Hopefully the bass is not that that low. So I think that if we have the live version, I think we can actually just tap one thing instead of trying to decide. Okay, so we're gonna tap the keyboard, we're gonna tap the bass. So I think this is gonna be quite interesting. So let's see. Oof, bro. As you can see, like the blue lines are actually very, very not that high. So okay. There's something we can do. Don't panic, guys. So yeah, when you find an audio file like this, it means like it's not like that. That like that loud. So for hearing the bass, it's gonna be actually difficult. Let's see if we can do something about it. Okay, that's better. Then we go effects, the same thing. We change tone. Yes. And we go ahead also and remove as best as we can. Travel cut. All right. Can you use effects to increase space in Audacity? Yes, actually, that's what we just did. Okay, so there was. Okay, so the song starts around here. Let's just erase this. Okay. Okay, so I think this is the same, but like when he goes up to here, I think he doesn't make the octaves anymore. Pa 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 ta 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 ta. Do you guys hear that? Yeah. Tan. Do. No more octaves. Ta 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 ta. Ta 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 ta. And then at the end, let's see. Yeah, he doesn't play more any the octaves anymore. The scream, I know. Dun. So yeah, as we said before, so like we were right at all times. Just the thing is that I wasn't sure what was happening there. Like yeah. And I think he actually plays this in here, right? Fuck. I lost it. Yeah. He goes over here. Okay, so just go ahead and add 2 more semitones, what we wrote. So instead of 3, it's a 5 here. Instead of 5, it's a... Wait, no. 5 plus 2, 7. Da-na-na.
しばらく見つめ合ってから空砂でに何を考えてたの
Yeah.
しばらく見つめ合ってから空砂でに何を考えてたの気になる唇尖らせた私を見てどうしたのって
Exactly, that's what we wanted. So yeah. So this part is the same thing as the bass, and then we're gonna go ahead and tap this part, which was the one we are already tapping. Oof, I screwed up big time because I didn't remove the... Okay, that's okay, that's okay. Pam, pam, pam. Pa, pa, pam. Yeah, like low-key, I was hearing this as well in the original song. Like that, yeah, that's the thing. Like, there's some artists who doesn't like this at all. When they put like a lot of instruments on top of the song, and you're like, oh my god, like this song is probably being played by like 20,000 people, and the band only has like 3 members. It's like, what the fuck? Of course, when you hear this live, they have to play some stuff, and they have to decide which stuff is out of the song, right? Because of course they can't play every single thing that is on the original song live, right? So that's why I like to. That's why I search for the live version, so I could see like what was actually being played live. I think this is way better. Dun, 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 dun. There's another note here. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Do. Ta ta tan tana. And then he plays pa pa. Hmm? Ta ta. Du, du, du. There's no like tanatata here, I think. Okay, so here he repeats the same thing. Mm-hmm. Takata. There's like a big silence here. And then even here there's a silence. Then he plays something here, which I'm just gonna figure it out. Pa tan tan. Like that. Okay. Pa-pam. Pam. Pam. Pa-pa-pa-pa. Yeah. And then I think we're already at the pre-chorus. Ta-na-na. Okay. Tan tan tan. Takata. Pa pa. Wow. Okay. So he's going back one semitone each time, sorry. So two. Takatan. One. Yep. We're making progress now. Banana. By the way, when you sing what you just heard, it actually helps a lot. Not kidding, like that's actually something you can try. Na-na-na. It's easy, like when you hear it from your voice. Na-na-na. Okay, sure. Dun-dun. Dun-dun. Dun, dun. Yes. Okay. Dun. Okay. Hey. Ba-dum-bum, dun, dun. Dun, dun. Bam. Yes, singing helps a lot, guys. You're late for doing this. Hey, thanks so much, Robert Turner. Thanks so much, guy. Ah. He then stays at the third fret. First, like da na na, and then bop 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 there's something weird going at the end. Like, let's put like that. No. So it's 3, 5, 3, 3. So this is also another resource they use a lot, the fifths, alright? So he's playing a lot the octaves, and then he's using the fifths. So as you can see, like there's a lot of resources you can use, which are like, I mean, like this can be like way more easier than it already is, right? So instead of playing this, I mean, like just by doing like a little change to a small detail, it adds a lot to the song. And also, like if it's like the fifth or the octave, it will sound great, right? Because they are part of the same chord. So if those notes belong to the same chord, whatever the fuck you play here will sound great because they are part of the same chord. So I mean, like the immediate way to proceed is like for making a better bass line, we'll like add fifths or octaves. But like at the same time, you can play along with all these little examples. For example, like when I made a bass line for my song, there was like this bridge. I took the main notes, all right. So I'm gonna try to teach you real quick, like what I mean. So for example, in the song for my band, the root notes are like. Right? Those are the root notes. So I decided to like play something like great in the bridge. There's like a small, it's not a solo, or like it's a part where I'm just playing by myself. So with only this information, and using the fifths, using the octaves, I was able to transform this into this. And you may think like, okay, like that's very, very impressive, but like how do you turn from this to this? I mean, like just take a look at what I'm actually playing. Okay, so this is the root note. Whatever notes below to our scale. Simple as that. And then when I go up, hey, what about I play the same thing backwards? Right? And then playing the same thing here. And then why not we end this riff with a very great amount of fifths. Root note, the fifth. And then just add a bunch of slides in between those root notes so it sounds like way cooler. So as you can see, it's not that hard. This is what I need to learn. I'm seeing people playing tabs where I can just play random stuff. That sounds good. Yeah, like that's the thing, right? When you make a lot of tabs, you realize like these little resources they use all the time. In every song I encounter, like it's actually been like 80% of the songs I encounter these little tricks. And sometimes it's like here, for example, he's playing. So it's like very, very obvious they're using the octaves. But sometimes, for example, in Fua Fua Time by Hokkaido Tea Time, they're using the same stuff, but not in the same way. Because that's also a thing, like, you can use this resource in many different ways. So, like, you get, like, a million of probabilities to use this resource in many different ways. So, for example, in 4/4 time, if you take a look at the pre-chorus, it goes something like this. So you might be wondering, where are the octaves there? Well, to take a look. Root note. They're the same notes, but instead of going down here, they're playing it here. So as you can see, they're making the same stuff but different. And hey, look, the fifth again. So like, it's the same resource used in different ways. So you may think that's very, very different from it's very different, but like, it's the same thing. It's the same theory, the same principle, right? So shit, sorry. Just keep that in mind, guys. Using the if you want to learn to make your own bass lines, try to learn one scale at least that involves obviously the notes that you're trying to create a bass line on. For example, if I'm trying to create a bass line in C, the scale is so. By learning the scale and also playing the fifth, you know, if you're playing in the third fret, 2 frets above and a string below that is the fifth, and the same thing but another string down is the octave. So root, fifth, octave. Every time Red Hot Chili Peppers use this as well a lot. All octaves and fifth. So if you want to make your own bass lines, start by learning how to involve the fifths and the octaves in a very creative way. And there's no much use in learning a lot of scales, but like, if you learn one, that's enough, right? All right, let's move on. I love your bass tabs. Thank you so much, Milo. Oh. Okay. Okay, so he goes back to the first note here, where he actually plays doo-doo-doo. That, right? Okay, he's playing something weird there. Okay. It's quite difficult. Okay. Okay, so he plays pa 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 ta 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 ta. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So the last note it's here. Fuck, I'm very confused. Wait. Oh, it's hard. Hello, Silonger. But before you have to go for work in the morning, thanks for helping me to learn an instrument. Hope you have a very good day. Yeah, thanks so much, Robert. Don't worry, don't worry. Have a nice day at work tomorrow. Oh, fuck. Dude. Okay. Okay, I think I know what's happening. Okay, so I think this song is either on another tuning, which is drop D, or he's actually playing this on a 5-string bass. So, decisions, and more decisions. So, number one, we could try to look for another tuning, drop D tuning. Will be enough. So what's happening here is that this part starts here, right? With an open E. And then it has to go to this note. But this note that is on the octave lower. So if you guys realize this note, which is see D sharp, is not. I mean, like if we had to put it, it's over here. But we can go lower than this. So if we change the tuning to drop D tuning, of course we're gonna find this note, no problem. The thing is that we would have to rewrite all this again. So I don't think I'm gonna do this because I like the way it's written right now because he's playing octaves. So imagine instead of playing this open and 2, we would play something like 2 2 2 2, which is still fine. I mean, like if you take a look at my Dyadream bass line or bass tab, that's why I actually do. That song is on drop D, and he plays some octaves in the chorus. He plays like that. So for this, I don't think I'm gonna go and rewrite all over again. I think I'm gonna go and just write the same note, but an octave higher. So it would sound like this. This one, the last one is also in the scale, so there's no problem there. I think it won't matter a lot, right? Okay, so pa 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 pam 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 pam. Okay. There's something else happening there, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to tap that because I don't have the notes as well. Sounds great. There's no problem. The last one is like oh. So the main idea of the last part there is like 3, 5, 7. Well, there's some crazy stuff happening there. Na 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 na. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so it's the ba da da da. was actually like a muted note here. So I'm gonna put it like this. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. So as well, muted note. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, it's like that. Do, 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 do. Yes. Those are low notes. Okay. Órale, a ver. Do, 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 do. Okay, so it's da 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 da. Oh. Okay, ya. Él está, me ha salvado bastante rato muchas veces. Excelente, amigo. Estoy empezando tocando taps. Okay. Okay, so we are now at the chorus, guys. We finally made it to the chorus. Wow, that's this one. I think it took me less hours to tap crossing field than this song. Who would imagine? Well, the thing is that with this song, the problem was that we encountered these like at first when we thought the keyboard was the bass and stuff like that. So that's why I thought it was better to do it like this, tapping a live version. right? I mean, like we could also probably like have tab, like for example the like we were doing, right? Some bass tabs, some keyboard parts, but I think like for some people, I think it's more useful when you have like this general just bass idea, right? Because sorry, because the thing is that we were getting like, for example, when we were talking about what the bass was doing in the verse was something like. And then the keyboard was doing like. So, okay, yeah, like it was very like kind of cool, tabbing those different sections of different instruments in the same tab. But like, when you think about playing this song and playing like a functional tab, I think that that's where we were gonna like have troubles, right? Where we had like to decide which instrument to put and where, right? So I think like going for a live version was a 200 EQ move from our part, because I think like that's like it's like a more stable baseline, right? So that's like a better bass stuff in my opinion, right? Like have you seen like for example these videos of bassists who for example play a song or whatever, but like they don't play the bass part, they actually play the melody or whatever it's like the singer singing, whatever, like they are playing this song, of course. If they play the song on bass, you can tell which song is it, but like they're not actually playing the bass part. And for example, a lot of famous bassists do this. For example, if you take a look at videos from David 504, he plays this a lot, right? He makes this a lot. For example, he may record the actual bass part, in one take, and then he plays like something here, which is like the main melody or a guitar riff or whatever. So it's more like a show off kind of play, where you are playing like multiple instruments in just your bass, right? And it's not actually like a functional bass tab which you can use like whatever you want, right? So that's why I decided to go with this option. I think it's way better in my opinion, right? Of course, if you know about how to make your own bass arrangements or whatever, if you take a look at this tab, it also helps you a lot with that, right? Because they are the same notes, right? It's the same idea, it's the same thing. So you just have to look for like the extra details if you want to. So yeah, I think we're doing a pretty good job here, my opinion. Da-na. Do da 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 da. Something like that. ta 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 tam taka taka taka. No, 5. Pa 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 pam pa. Tan ta ta ta. Ta ta ta. Goes to the 5th fret. Ta 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 ta. Okay. Last part, I'm not sure. I think he goes here. Pa, pa. All 10s here. The last part, I'm not that sure. Hello, new staffs. How's the staffs going? Pretty well. We had like a small problem at the beginning. The thing is that so we were making the tab, and what we were actually tabbing, it wasn't the bass part. It wasn't the bass line. It was actually a keyboard with a very bassy effect, right? So we realized it because we were like making a tab, and then there was like there was this part where it was like 2 notes at the same time, and I was like, how is it possible that he's playing that note at the same, like 2 different notes at the same time? And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then after I listened to the next section, I realized it was actually like that was the bass, right? So there was like this little bass line going at the very bottom of the song, right? It was like pretty hidden, and it was very low. So I was like, oh, okay. So we're actually making the keyboard, and the bass part is actually doing something else. It was quite similar, but it wasn't the same. So I was like, okay, let's try to make a mixed tab of making like a little bit of the keyboard part with the bass effect and the actual bass, right? But like at the same time, I felt like we were making like a very free stylish tab, if you will. So I felt like, yeah, we were making like a very strange arrange for the bass tab. So I was like, okay, you know what? Let's go ahead and look for a bass concert. Let's look for like a live performance of this song, and then take a look at the bass. So that's what we did. We went to YouTube. We took the first video we encountered of this song being played live, and I was glad that there was actually people playing at the back, because sometimes for most of the songs, like there's like the ZAQ singing or whatever, the artist performing, and there's like a backing track at the back. But no, there was actually musicians playing the song. It wasn't like a recorded track or anything. So I was okay. Let's see what this guy is doing, right? So we took the same track, and then we did the same thing we always do. We make like the this little trick where I try to make the bass sound like a pitch higher, and that's what we're actually tapping. This is like actually like the live version of the song. So we'll probably go ahead and put like a live version or whatever. Like I think that I mean I don't know if this guy who's playing this is actually the one who recorded the bass line at the very first moment of the original song. I don't know if the same guy, but like I don't know. I like what he's doing so far, and I feel like this tab is a little bit more like yeah, like a little bit more like in order, right? It's not. It doesn't feel anymore like it's like a freestyle bass solo all over again. So I actually like what we're making here. Let's actually continue. Let's see. I'm not very sure for the last one, but I think the note is here. I mean, like, I'm sure the note is here, but I don't know what he's playing. Like the scream of the girl goes on the top of the song, and I can hear what the bass is doing. But that's the note. So then he goes back. Da, 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 do, 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 do. Yeah, so like it doesn't matter if we don't get like the pattern right for the first time. Like I always say, this is like an alpha or a beta version. I'm gonna go ahead and listen to the song all over again. So I'm gonna be correcting some mistakes. But like for the first instance, I always try to like have the right notes, alright? When you have the right notes, it's way easier to just take a look and listen to what's actually being played, alright? So for example, if here, let's say I just tap here, something like that. So like I will go ahead and say like, okay, I hear this. That will still be fine because I'm actually tabbing the correct notes in the tab. So for me, that's the most important thing, alright? Having the right notes of the tab, right? And then I'm gonna go ahead and take a look, a closer look into what's actually in play, like the pattern, right? How is he playing the stuff? Is he playing like, or is he going like either way, it will sound good because he's playing the same note. But like that's. But yeah, that's the thing. Like I always try to prioritize having the right notes. All right. So we have the right notes. Then we look for the right pattern. If we can, of course, there's sometimes that we mess up, but like that's okay. Like that's not like a big mistake from our part, right? Because even though like it's almost impossible to have like 100% a bass tab if you're not the one who created the original bass line, right? And even like those guys, when they play live, sometimes they play like very different versions of the original bassline, right? So you don't have to worry about that a lot, right? Like, oh my god, I'm not playing exactly the same that the original song. Like, don't worry about it. You will still sound great and sound cool, all right? And for me, like, I actually always try to stick the best as I can to the original tab, like, right? But like sometimes it is what it is, right? Okay. Moving forward. Okay. There's something weird at the end, so it's 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, and then like that's the original idea, right? That's the main idea of what's being played, but like he does weird stuff. So here as well, he plays the octave, right? Do 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 do. Okay, so I think I actually hear he's playing dan da dan da. I'm not very sure at this last part, but like it's something like this. Dun, dun, dun. Like I said, like this is the pre-alpha version, alright? Like I'm gonna grind it so hard, like off stream, of course, and then I'm gonna get it right? Don't worry. Okay. So it's pa 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 7 7 7 7. Wow. Da 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 da. Da 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 na, na. This is a weird one actually. Haven't seen this being used before. Pa 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 da 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 da. We finished, guys. Woo. Ooh. The fuck? This actually lasted more than Crossfield, isn't it? Like, fuck. Right. So this is the first part of the song. Damn. Like, let's write the parts with the text box, and then we'll just go ahead and play it a couple of times, and that will be it for the stream. All right. So, this is where the pair starts. God, like this song was actually way more difficult than I expected. And well, in part is because of the thing we had where we had to choose between the keyboard and the bass the first time, and then we said, just, you know what? Let's go ahead and look for a live version of this song. Let's see what the guy does. Like, do do do. The chorus, right? Like if this guy, which we're like the guy that is playing this live version, if he's in the original bass player of the song, like I wonder what went through his mind where we was. Or I mean, like I try to imagine what he felt when he found out if he wasn't like the one who created the bass line, when he found out that there was like actually this keyboard with a bass effect and a bass. So I don't know. Like, imagine if this wasn't the guy who wrote this song, he would be like, "What the fuck is happening?" Just like we did. Where does the pre-chorus start again? I believe. Yeah, this one should be the pre-chorus. I'm 90% sure. If not, we change it. But like, I think this is pre-chorus. Because like the verse in this song actually like starts. I mean, like the verse in this song actually lasts way for a way like for a long time. Like sometimes the verse is like half this, and then there's the chorus. But like take a look at how many bars does the verse have. It's actually insane. Oh my fucking god, along with the rest. Yeah, I think it's gonna be easier. Like now that I decided that I'm gonna do the live version, what this guy is playing, I'm not gonna be confused anymore of what the heck is playing what. Because like it's a pretty like pretty you know sneaky move when you have like a keyboard with a bass, right? Like I said, like take a look to Billie Jean when you hear the. You're like, oh my god, of course there is a bass, but it's not a bass, it's a keyboard which sounds like a bass because it's using a bass effect, right? So it's like, oh fuck, I feel like you know, I'm being bamboozled or something. I'm just like when I found out that Billie Jean has no bass, I was like, my heart. But of course, when you see the band play live, of course the bass plays this. Like I'm talking about the original song, right? So that's why I wanted to see what was happening live with this song, right? Whenever you find this problem, right? When you are in this situation where you have this song and you have like 1,000 instruments in this song and you have no fucking idea what to play, try looking for a live version. And of course, they're not gonna like here. They're not gonna focus the bassist. Like the bassist is behind all those big amps. He's like there's like the bassist right, laying down in the floor, playing like this. Of course, they're not gonna focus the bassist like the. I don't know the band. I'm guessing the band is these three girls. I'm not sure. I don't really know this band a lot. But like these girls are the ones that matter, right? They are not gonna focus the bassist. But like you take a look to the bass, to the live version and try to figure out the bass there, because sometimes actually when there's a live version of the song, the bass is heard like pretty well, you know. It happened to me as well with Bluebird. Bluebird has like 6 guitars on Bluebird. Like actually, that song has like many guitars, like 3 acoustic guitars and 3 electric guitars. Really, that's like a lot. And there's like only one bass. So there was like sometimes when I was like, oh my god, I don't know what the fuck the bassist is playing because he's so behind all those guitars. So I was like, what is he doing? So I looked for a live version of Bluebird and I got like, okay, I got like a better idea of what he was playing. So looking for live versions helps you like a lot. All right. Of course, you have to keep in mind that sometimes the live versions are not played as the original versions, but like they help sometimes figure out what's the best way to go. So for me, in this case, the best way to go was to actually tap the original. Well, not the original, the live version. All right. Let's see. What do we have here? Let's play the original song. And it's still very quiet. Let's see if we can increase this volume a little bit more. Whoop. 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 I think that was no, that's a lot. Let's bring it back a little bit. A little bit more. Alright. So let's see. No. You go big, go small. Alright. I forgot this was. I'm gonna pause it because I found out the pre-chorus actually starts here. When he starts, oh fuck. When he starts going back, that's where the pre-chorus starts. Okay, so those very small mistakes, you can correct them right away, alright? Let's go again. Waldo. Yeah, like I screw up a lot of times. This song has like a very weird, especially this part. The has like a very weird stuff there. Yeah, like it's quite difficult. But yeah, like as I said, this is like a very alpha version. If I found like if something can be like modified, so it's like a very like it has like a smoother way to be played, I'm gonna do it, right? So for the notes, I think we're okay for the most part. Um, so yeah, like the next tomorrow, I'm gonna continue with this stuff. So tomorrow is Tuesday. I hope. I hope. How long does this song? How long is this? Oh fuck, 5 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna do my best to finish this song by tomorrow. So we have the small version on Instagram this Wednesday. And then on Thursday it's gonna be on my YouTube channel. So I'm gonna do my best to finish this stuff tomorrow. I hope I don't encounter any more surprises. So yeah, like we encountered that this song actually has like the keyboard with the bass effect, and also like the bass is being played in a 5-string bass or in the in drop D tuning. So quite a little bit of problems with this song, but like I hope that I make a very great top of this song. So yeah, that's gonna be it for the stream, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Bass with piano mode, yeah. When the live version doesn't exist, yeah. Sometimes actually there's no live versions when you can like get a reference, or like for example, like I said, you get these live versions, but like in Japan, it's very common that you have these live events, and the seiyus sing or whatever. Like those three girls, I'm guessing they're like the actual seiyus of the anime, and more because like they said like the the little dialogues before before playing. So I'm guessing these are seiyus. So like in many live events when they do stuff like that, right? They don't actually have a live band at the back. They use like a recording or whatever. So that's why sometimes when you look for a live version, okay, yeah, the voices are live, but like the actual song is not live. I mean, like the instruments. So there's no case in looking for a live version there because, well, I mean, there's not a live version, right? For example, there's I think Trysail. Yeah, Trysail girls. They do live events like that. They always use like their recordings. I mean, of course, not their voices, just the instruments, and they sing on top of that. And that's very common, actually. Like that's very common. But yeah, hola cuando sacas Remember the Flow. ¿Está en la lista? Muy cool. Gracias, amigo. Pues si está en la lista, pues si gana una poll que haga el sábado, la puedo poner. Y si gana, pues la puedo hacer de inmediato. Pero solo si está en la lista, vamos a ver si está en la lista. Ah, ¿cuál me dijiste? Remember? Sí, remember. Está Colors. Days, creo que no está, remember. Cool. No. Bueno, pues la podría hacer hasta después de diciembre. Igual hago en diciembre. Tengo que meterle más velocidad a esta lista. Estoy quedando algo atrás. Pero bueno. Thank you guys for coming. I hope you guys learn a thing or two about how to solve problems whenever you encounter them while making a tab. I'm actually glad that we encountered these kind of situations because it has never happened before. I mean, like not in a live stream. I encountered this a lot of times when I was making a tab, but like not while I was streaming. So I'm glad like this happened, and so yeah, that's the way I can solve the problems, right? So, for example, uh, you have to always take in account the that the tab has to be like playable, all right? Like on top of everything, tab has to be playable. So, for example, if we found out that this song was in drop D tuning or was played on a 5-string bass or whatever, and you decide to change the whole tuning, just keep in mind that the song has to still be playable. All right. So, for example, this song. So, how we're talking about octaves, right? So they are so very comfortable to play right here. So if you change to drop D tuning, you'll be playing something like this. So for some people that's not comfortable. For me, it's still comfortable. Well, I think that there was no need to do that just because one single note, right? Which was this one, a D sharp. You don't encounter this in a standard tuning. Of course, you encounter this here, but like there's nothing lower than this. All right. The same note is here as well. But when you look for the lower note, the same one but lower, there's nothing here. You don't find it, right? So for just one note, having to change the whole tab, I don't think it's worth it, and especially because that note can be played here. All right. So those are like the small decisions you have to make. If, for example, if it's more than one note, let's say, for example, that you found this and this one as well, and this one as well. All right. Let's say you encounter all those notes. Well, of course, like that would like probably be better if you change the whole tuning to drop D. But if it's just one note, just try to consider it being played for like the same note but like an octave higher. So it's a little bit better, right? You don't have to change the whole thing. And it will still sound great because it's the same note, basically, right? So there's no problem there. So yeah, but if it's more than one note, or if it's like yeah, like there's like a lot of context where when you're deciding this. Also, for example, take a look at the song. The song is like a very popish song, right? It's like a electro pop song. So these songs are not actually like meant to be played for like a drop D tuning, right? Like they're not heavy metal, they're not heavy rock, they're not that, right? So I'm guessing that this guy is playing on a standard, but he actually has a 5-string bass. So take a look, take in account all those stuff, right? So if you're playing, for example, when I play Lisa songs, I know Lisa bass player, he uses a 5-string bass, and I actually have to change the tuning, not because can't find the notes. It's also because of the music genre. Of course, there's like Lisa is more like a heavy rock style of music, right? So it goes well when you go to the drop D tuning. All right. Of course, it all depends on the context or the notes or whatever. But like those are the little tips I can give you when you have to decide to change the whole thing or just look for the same note an octave higher. Okay, but like that's it for today. I'm gonna do my best to finish this stuff by tomorrow. I'm gonna grind it like very early this stuff and see if I can finish it by tomorrow. So hopefully the video will be out on YouTube on Thursday, or if I can finish it by tomorrow, it's probably gonna be up this Friday. So Thursday or Friday, you're gonna see this song in the channel. Alright, guys. So thank you so much for coming, and I'll be seeing you. Bye bye.